you talked about this idea that one of the biggest challenges that we have in our leadership is leading ourselves. And that just really stood out to me. So I just love to hear you unpack that implication, because we live in a time where leadership is so essential, not just because of COVID, but the rapid change happening around us requires such active leadership. Like, it is a time you can't not lead. And so it's tempting to say that leadership, the primary task of leadership, is communicating to the people, is adapting to change. But I was really compelled just by this idea of, in order to thrive in that space, you've got to be able to actually lead self. And so could you tell me why that's a value for you and what you mean by that idea?
Yeah, I think that, you're absolutely right. I think we get very caught up in the idea that we have to be out in front. We have to be able to lead other people. People are looking to us for direction, especially over the last, number of months, as we all know. And there's a lot of pressure in that to lead well. But something that was ingrained in me early on is, if you can't lead yourself well, then how can you ever expect anybody else to follow you, or for you to be able to lead from a deep place, like a deep well. And so that stuck with me. I was really fortunate to do Aero leadership training, and that's something that was like really embedded in me there. And so this idea that if we don't take the time to lead ourselves well, we don't take the time to really be deeply connected to Jesus, if we don't take the time to go ourselves, we don't take the time we need to be healthy. So, I mean, like, I'm going to say that you should do this, and know that I don't always do it well. But like, just physically healthy. We don't lead well if we're not physically healthy, if we're not looking after our own mental health. And so if you haven't developed the skills that you need to lead well in those areas, lead yourself well in those areas, it will be very difficult for you to lead well in any other forum. I think we can fake our way through a portion of it. And I think we probably all do it at different times. But it's not sustainable. And we don't need good leaders going down left, right, and center. And so you can learn lots of great leadership stuff, and everybody should. You can go to the best online conferences. You can listen to the best podcasts. But if you're not doing the hard internal work of leading yourself well, it's not sustainable. And what comes out of that won't be the best that it could be either. God wants us to lead from a place of peace as well. And you don't hit that place of peace unless you're really spending the time necessary to do the hard work, whether that's spending lots of time with Jesus so you can let him do the hard work and surrender that to him, or if it's you being willing to do the hard work internally, like opening yourself up. Sometimes we have to be willing to open up those doors to allow him to do the work that needs to be done internally. The hardest person to lead is you. It's you. You can fake your way through portions of leading other people. The hardest person to lead is you. So if that's something that you can put the work into and learn how to do well. Now, I'm not saying I do it well all the time, because I don't. But I do know it's important. And you got to check yourself. You got to check yourself once in a while and make sure you're leading you well.